everyone, it is Dani'i and welcome to this updated video. I hope you're doing good this morning. We can definitely see here on the satellite imagery of the North Atlantic that we've got quite a bit of activity just north of the Caribbean and near the Bahamas. So there's a trough in the area helping to enhance all this rain as expected, and some areas have received a lot of thunderstorm activity and some heavy rainfall as well. Elsewhere within the vicinity of Central America, especially towards the Pacific coast, parts of Northern South America, and of course along the intertropical convergence zone where we find the tropical waves propagating, is quite active. So how about the rainfall as we're going to be heading throughout today? Well, there could definitely be some additional showers across parts of the Northern Caribbean, the Lesser Antilles. At times, there could be some heavy downpours, which could be enough to result in some level of inundation. So across the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and parts of the Lesser Antilles, we're seeing all these red shadings indicating rainfall amounts probably up to or just over an inch in accumulation throughout today. And then we're seeing those purple, those are higher rainfall amounts, but expected to be offshore. Northern South America, Colombia, Venezuela, and parts of the Guyanas could also be quite active. And same story for Central America, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, parts of southern Honduras, El Salvador, and parts of southern Guatemala as well. But further north to Belize and parts of Mexico to the Yucatan, we're not seeing where much is expected. It's not very colorful there. Also, the ABC Islands, much rain not expected, and for the Cayman Islands, a few showers may loiter around. Now, the area is going to be active. The month of June is likely to be a pretty active one with a lot of moisture in the Caribbean. And there are hints of something trying to get itself together in the Northwest Caribbean or the Gulf of Mexico. So this is a look at the icon model. This is one of the computer models, and this is for Sunday of next week, the 9th of June. So we can see all that increase in moisture in parts of the Northwest Caribbean. Not seeing anything consolidating, but from all that moisture, all that airflow pressure, we could see something try to get itself together if the environment allows. I mean, sea surface temperatures are well on their way, but what about the upper level winds? Because if upper level winds are too strong, then it is unlikely we'll see anything significant form. Likewise, if there is too much dry air intrusion, that helps to kind of stabilize things out there. Next, we have the Euro model. Now, as we're going to be headed into late next week, Euro is showing the significant increase in moisture around parts of the West Caribbean, the Gulf, as well as Central America. So a lot of moisture around expected by Euro, and GFS has been spinning up these low pressure systems. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. It was actually showing that, hey, we could see a hurricane in the Gulf. But of course, that was to take with a grain of salt. And by the next model run, we weren't seeing anything. So yeah, but we're also seeing that increase in moisture and that airflow pressure forming as we head into early next week based on what GFS is showing for one of its latest updates. So there we can see that models are in agreement about it. We could definitely have development. I mean, it is June and we're yet to have our first storm, Alberto. So that is the first name on the list for this hurricane season, which is likely to be a pretty active one. So it is a quiet start in terms of not having preseason development or a named storm or a disturbance even to watch for development over the course of the next couple of days. However, as we're going to be heading deeper into the month of June and as things get more and more conducive out there, it's going to be an entirely different story. But as usual, I'm here to keep you posted on what is happening. Again, this is a look at the satellite. Going back to it, we've got our 5 tropical waves marching across the Atlantic, and we'll continue to see them coming off every 2 to 5 days on average. That is when we tend to see a new tropical wave. Sometimes it may take longer than that, especially if there's a lot of dust out there and a very stable atmosphere, because it is the unstable atmosphere, the atmospheric instability, which helps to generate those tropical waves. So once conditions are conducive, every few days we typically see a new tropical wave making its way off Africa. But again, that activity can slow if the environment isn't highly favorable to allow that to happen. However, I'm here to keep you posted as per usual, and that is what I wanted to share with you in this update video. So I really do hope you found it to be very informative. And if you have any questions, do feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond to you when I get the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.